all set as their Ravens will match up with the Carolina Panthers. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play action. Now Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2. They run here with Jason Huntley.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Huntley. Room here to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. So the 1st quarter fumble in the rain. And this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
To try again after the sack. Brady under pressure. They got him again. Odafe Oweh able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out over there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield. Penalty stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work out it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional 1st down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll try the left side. Huntley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They go play action with Jackson. Steps away. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is caught. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for Baltimore. They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Huntley to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this one is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Throwing now is Brady. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Huntley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 44 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Jason Huntley, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now Huntley. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing is Brady on third down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well. It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On second down now, Huntley. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Brady. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. Oh, and this one slides to the right on Gay. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson being chased out left. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the long field goal attempt winds up awry, and we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best play is just up from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return is Duvernay. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Huntley, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They go again with Huntley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 54 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play there.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw, it's Brady. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. They juked him. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
I would say that's what you call a whole lot for a little, huh?
When you bust that move out of the bag, you hope for more than 4 yards, but hey, 4 is what he got. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, number 6 overall. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
On the return is Duvernay. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Huntley found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Huntley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted. Because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
Now a give, right side. Huntley. Room to run inside the 40. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A run with Huntley. They find some open field here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
More now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And there's a run to be happy with. good, solid yardage, he'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. There he goes right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Set to return it. Here's Moore. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. To throw is Brady. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Back to throw, Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
Again, a good friend in football always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Brady got to have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And they will take a knee here. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson to throw. On the move to his left. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Jackson. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Tucker now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the pain